All right, welcome to RedCardBanterTv. Week 2, new match week. Ton of surprising results that we really couldn't anticipate. We have the great prediction of 4-5-0 for United. Wasn't exactly.
Hey man, I was pretty close.
Yeah,
I was pretty close.
it wasn't
Two
what it should
shots
be.
on post and one penalty missed. That's literally add that to the pre-existing own goal, and then we have 4. So you can take that to the bank, and yeah, thank you very much.
You take
You
it to
can't
the
take it to the
bank.
bank because there's no physical goal there. There's only one goal.
Unfortunately, we had the same dream, Ruben Amorim and I. We literally saw the same thing. I was so confident that we were going to destroy them, and I was utterly devastated. I had to take a long walk to reassess my life decisions, and I realized, and I came to one conclusion, Rajiv. Bobby, you guys know what that is? I think it's fairly clear. I think Bruno just isn't him for the system,
Why?
and I
Because of
don't
one
know
bad
what else
game?
to do. Not one bad game. I feel like in that consistent moment, like that is a huge tipping stone for the club,
Well,
especially the team after what he just did.
we already
I don't know,
got your thoughts during the match week
Exactly.
video, so we kind
Let's
of know
watch
how
that
you
video.
feel.
My
But
opinion there.
I'm actually curious to see how I'll be reacted to the United game, considering both Abby and I were thinking the 4-5-0 prediction to United was a little out of.
It was literally right there.
It was way
right
out of
there.
pocket.
It was way
It
out
was
of
way
pocket.
out of pocket.
So Abby, what do you think? What do you think
Literally
about?
had it.
Are we okay? So the question that I want to pose is, we saw United go up against Arsenal, and I felt like they were the better team, and they definitely should have gotten away with at least a point at Old Trafford. Now they go to Fulham. Marco Silva, great manager, and I was saying this in episode 1. That Marco Silva is a good manager. Like, you can't just say you're gonna score 4-0. What do you
We
think?
almost did that.
I mean, sure, but I also do think in the second half, Fulham also missed 3 chances to retaliate. So it's like kind of evened out, I think. But Abhishek, what are your thoughts on the game? What's going on with United and the Bruno conundrum which I feel might get Ruben Amorim run out of Old Trafford?
First of all, LOL on the prediction. Secondly, I mean, it's kind of crazy to say 4-0 because even I wouldn't say 4-0 if it was
Didn't you
Manchester
say
City.
3-1 or 3-4-1 against Spurs, sir?
Okay, look, Spurs is different. Okay.
Oh, sorry. We'll talk about United. Okay, go ahead.
But the point is, like, even if City was playing Fulham, I wouldn't say 4-0. I think that's kind of disrespectful because of how.
You should.
No, it's not about confidence. It's just about knowing and respecting the opponent.
We disrespected them entirely.
And plus, I think, Bruno missing the penalty was a big moment in the game. But, I mean, everyone misses a penalty. Even Haaland has missed penalties. Kane missed penalties.
Haaland
Even
misses penalties and
Ronaldo,
scores goals
every now
after.
and
Bruno
then.
misses
I
penalties the whole game
think you
from
miss a
stage.
penalty, but to have
But you
the
step it up.
reaction, to have the reaction that you did for the ref accidentally bumping your
stupid.
shoulder,
Yeah,
and
bad.
then going to a presser and saying, "I have a
Talking about
ritual," and he didn't apologize to me. So that's
Well,
why
I mean, it's childish.
like,
I feel
For
like
sure.
that is not
But
standard of a professional.
you are a United captain, right? You are representing United on the pitch and off the pitch.
Can you imagine Roy Keane? Roy Keane comes up.
I mean, let's be realistic, guys. Okay, we're not gonna find players like Roy Keane in Manchester United.
I don't think
You're a captain to a certain standard,
yeah,
man.
yeah, that's
you don't
true.
need
Let's think about
people
who is
like
even
Roy
in that
Keane.
locker room
You just
to
need
be captain.
If you, as a United captain, you have certain standards. You can't be doing silly things like this. Like,
listen, no one on that team deserves to be captain. Okay,
that's true.
Let's start with that.
If anybody, Maggie.
Let's start with
I
that.
would say Maggie.
Let's be realistic.
We have some people that can.
Only Maggie.
Like who?
I think.
He's not even starting games. How can he be captain?
Yeah, we can't give it to him. He's not starting games. But seniority, Bruno has no choice but to take it. But
I mean, forget about Bruno. Who else would you make captain if not him in that team? The lineup that you had against Fulham.
He's the oldest one. I know.
Who would you make captain?
I can't put anybody else that we just signed captain. That's just ridiculous.
You can't because no one else can honestly handle it.
Exactly.
I think.
So in that situation,
I think,
there's 2 things I could do is
Right.
unfortunately I would take
But
Bruno
the
off the
chances
squad
of you bringing
and
in,
bring
like, a
Casemiro.
new signing and making them captain are probably going to be pretty
That's
low.
ridiculous. I could not do that. That's disrespectful to play.
Exactly.
No,
So
I
I
can't
think
do
it's really not that big of a deal to see Bruno with the captain's armband. I think people make a big deal out of it
that. No, no. It's not an
because
issue that he's the captain.
you're
The
not
issue
going to
is the
find
captain
anyone better.
having that kind of performance, like what he
Of
did
course,
after the penalty and
100%.
the
But
Russian
like
level.
again, he's
I'm not
human.
arguing
Even
about his
Salah plays
captaincy.
badly. Salah misses penalties. He has bad. There's games where he's
Salah
completely
can have that
disappeared.
game. He's done
And
enough for the club to do that, you know?
okay, and Bruno hasn't done enough for the club. Come on, realistically speaking, how many times has he taken brought them out of
Yeah,
literally
he
being
has.
down by 1 or 2 goals, and him
Yes, he did
individually
great.
taking against different
But we're
managers, and
not
all of them
comparing,
basically
are
should
we?
have been sacked or
Are we really
beaten
comparing though?
5-4. No, but we are because the fact
What?
is that he
You said
was
no.
a level higher than whatever United was for the last 4 years, and
Yeah,
he
he
carried
was
them on his back.
too good for United, and he did his best to carry it, but no,
Exactly. And
left and
The
Salah
right.
can't say the same because the people around him are
I
really
think
good.
I think
I think that's a little
the
dangerous.
point
But
here that
I mean, they can support him better than these guys can support Bruno.
I think the main problem exists is the fact that Bruno performed well against a lesser opposition, right? And I think he might have been the better player on the pitch, but the problem is he still does not fit the system. And if you guys played a 4-3-3 and you pack Bruno in that number 10 position so he can free roam and influence the game in different areas, you have a great squad for a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. I just don't see the 3-4-3 suiting him. And maybe Amram needs to just realize that here's my captain. Here's probably the most technically gifted player on my team, apart from, I don't know, maybe Diallo and Cunha,
yeah, not
right? But
lethal.
I just don't. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think Ruben Amorim will cave and switch the formation? Do you think he'll cave and drop Bruno? Do you think he'll just persist? Guys,
No, he has
I'm gonna
to
put
drop
out a
Bruno
stat for
after
I
you.
the
think
I'm
he'll
gonna put out
drop
a stat for
Bruno.
you.
He'll drop Bruno for sure.
Ruben Amorim in 27 games amassed like 26 points or
29
something.
points, something like that. It's
Something like
29
that.
points
It's like a
for 20
point a
games.
game. That is not
Yeah.
sustainable for a
No,
big
that's again,
club.
these statistics are made from a
I mean,
mid-season
forget about
transfer.
it.
It
He's
doesn't
just
count.
coming
I'm not
halfway
gonna count
into a
that
season
mid-season.
that's
No,
That's
that's
already
fine.
screwed.
ridiculous.
That's fine.
This is
Like
his first season I'm actually
But
gonna count.
regardless of all
the
that, I
point
think
is we're looking at a clear issue of Bruno in that double pivot, which also, because like think about it from a tactical point of view, Bruno's not a defensive player, which means Casemiro has to shoulder all of that ability. Bruno is not a ball winner, which means Casemiro is now doing double duty. And Bruno constantly vacates his position because he has to influence that final third. So now
but neither
Casemiro
is
is.
Mount, so why does he play every game?
I think Amrim uses Mount as a pressing trigger to stifle the opposition up high, so they'll never try to get towards this like clear gap in the middle. So he
Just because
uses
of that also.
Mount to go up there. But the thing is, when you okay, we'll talk about Sesko, right? We'll talk about Sesko, but
It's not him.
what are the key takeaways from that game from a rival point of view, Abhishek? This is your derby rival. Well, yeah, Manchester,
In a week.
direct neighbors. What are
In
the
1
key
week.
takeaways? Yeah, and you're about to face them. What are your takeaways from this team?
Listen, I just want to first say before that, everyone's talking about Bruno, but let's talk about, Embuemo kind of being absent that game, basically, relatively
Mm-hmm.
speaking. I think
Cunha.
the only really good player was probably Cunha in that
Yes.
game.
And Mount. Do you not agree?
Mount was okay. I wouldn't say
No,
he's
don't say
good.
okay. I thought
He's
he was lethal
okay. No, he's lethal because he gets to go up a lot more. But I
in
mean,
that
you put
game.
Bruno
He
in a position, I
was
think he would do the same.
pretty perfect in my opinion. Like he just scored a goal or assist. That's all I was missing. He was lethal,
But
man.
those are the things that are kind of expected of
Of
him,
course,
just as expected of Bruno. So I wouldn't say he had a great game. I would say he had a good game, the best.
he had
And
a very
Buemo had
good
a
game.
stinker. Diallo had a stinker. Let's be honest, pretty much everyone else had a stinker, except maybe Lenny or
Lit played very well.
Actually, that goal by Lenny Yora was going crazy
It's
off
not
target.
it's not
I mean,
Lenny.
whatever it is, he
Yeah,
even
not his
he even
fault.
defended pretty well. Like
he did
overall,
defend
this
well.
game.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, he defended as best he could.
I think okay. Are we looking at a situation where are we calling it unlucky United, or is this a tactical issue that is
This is a
preventing
tactical
them?
issue for sure.
Tactical issue.
100%. Because you can't say luck. I mean, like Yes, the goals were post shots. Yes, that part was luck. But then everything after that, the substitutions, everything else, that's all tactical. Do you not agree? Yes.
No,
So
100%.
again, taking off Delo, sorry, taking off Diallo, putting on Delo was like, I think that was a huge
That's
mistake right there.
strange. That's
That
really
was
strange.
absolutely shocking when I just saw that. Try to hold
I
my
kind of
anger
understand the
together.
I
idea.
mean,
You probably wanted
what
more
what do you think?
crosses in
What
because
do you think
Diallo
the
doesn't
reasoning
pass.
was for that? To
I
to
don't know. Maybe he
take
More
wants some
away
more
their
crosses, I
attack.
think.
I don't know. That I honestly, there's no rationale in mind.
That's the only thing Diallo can't do probably compared to, Dalot's cross. Everything else Diallo can do better, but I'm assuming if you're trading one for the other, it's probably you can get more crosses in the box. And then they brought
I
on
would say
Cisco
so.
later.
Hmm.
But it's still, I mean, it's kind of a weird tactic either way.
Yeah, they subbed in Delo for and Sesko at the same time, so for the crosses and the headers. But then after we weren't getting much like reception inside the box, we put in Maguire, and then he even also
Making Maguire striker,
it didn't work,
essentially.
man. We're just trying to go in for like that last minute header, thinking we could
I
be
get it.
like,
I just think that's just like a sign of desperation,
it's
though, more
it
than
is
anything.
desperation at that point, and it was really horrible. I don't really like that, but hey, you
It
know,
was.
manager
But I think
had.
you guys have also started off two tough games, so
Yeah,
we'll
but
see
thing
what
is,
happens.
the next like couple of weeks, we were literally playing every single like team in the top five. So it's gonna be a rough road. My United fans, I'm telling you, if you think this
Mm.
was bad, it's gonna
No, it's
be
gonna
a
be
little
fun.
bit more rough, all right? Especially when we're going to Shitty Had. That's gonna be pretty crazy. Sorry, did I say? Oh, Etihad. And
10-0
it might be pretty
incoming.
crazy. I think that's disrespecting your opponent to say something that's crazy as that.
Are you
Certainly
sure? I
more.
feel like I'm respecting them. Could have been
Anyway,
15,
so
maybe.
basically, I feel like, that would be like a rough, really, really rough couple of weeks, you guys. So it's gonna be tough to endure. I'm telling you. Like, I really don't see, based on what I saw, like us doing what we do against City like last year. We won 2-1, but we played
Yeah,
our
we were
hearts
in
out.
shambles last year in comparison.
Are we also looking at? Do you think United are going to persist with Ruben Amorim, or is
Yes.
Amorim going to just drop? I just feel like Amorim has to
What do
drop
you mean
Bruno.
persist? Okay, when you
Persist
say
as in like
persist, you mean he's gonna get
persist.
sacked?
No, I'm
That's
saying,
ridiculous.
yeah, I'm just saying like
You know,
what if you do another season where you're 10th?
I don't get. Oh, okay, bro.
I
Give me
can
two
see
more
Bruno
seasons
getting
at least.
subbed or dropped, and
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
then
That's
within
what
the
that
I
first
think is a
season.
basically,
better
That's
option.
100% gonna
yeah.
happen.
But I
But
think
what do
what's
you
gonna
think?
happen is like he's gonna get dropped. They're gonna play poorly, and then he's gonna come on and he'd probably influence the game
Well, what
positively.
about the inverse? What if he gets dropped and the team just activates or unlocks the system's potential and they start steamrolling?
And he subs in for
Well,
Mount whenever Mount's
if
tired.
it's
Simple.
against opposition that's equally tough as
Mm-hmm.
Fulham or tougher, then yeah, that's
Guys,
pretty
we're
Do you
good
playing
think? Do
sign.
you
Burnley next
think? Do
week.
you
We're
think
gonna
it's
But
be in
gonna
yeah,
jail.
see, if you're
be?
playing Burnley and you do
We
well,
don't have to do
I don't
anything.
think that proves anything.
I know, but
Yeah,
this is your
exactly.
captain. Like, this is your
Your
No,
captain,
captain, my captain.
right? Like,
captain
They
should
should
be dropped
consider.
what do you
regardless
think?
of
Do you
like
think there's going to be
mistake.
dressing room issues? Do you think? I mean,
One
for all
game.
we know, Amarim could change his tactical style and suit the team, or maybe Bruno just figures out how to play that role after a few more weeks and locks it down. Maybe there's going to be, we don't know, some adaptation of some sort. But I want to take this conversation forward to Benjamin Sesko. Second game in a row, coming off the bench. First game, he showed a lot of promise by being an aerial threat, but for some reason, you guys didn't cross to him. Second game, his passes were extremely wayward. Impact was almost negligible in the final third. Is he just too stop started right now? Are we looking at just a little bit more time to adapt, or he just needs a few running games where he gets some match minutes under his legs? What do you guys
I
think?
think like for most top strikers that we already seen in the league that are absolutely like they show their presence. They don't wait for, the lights, the spotlight. They make the game recognize their talent. When we see like talent like Ekitiki, what he did recently, my God, absolutely deadly. When I see freaking Holland, when I see who's shockingly Charleston recently, actually doing some crazy work. When I see all these forwards and then goddamn Gyökeres putting away penalties left and right, like he's like born to do it. They make it about them, Saka, even though was injured, absolutely deadly performance in my opinion. But then look at us. Let's look at us. Where is Benjamin Sesko? I had binoculars out there, Rajiv. I was looking at this fucking screen. I was like, where is he? And then some guy was like, yo, is Benji on? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know he's on. Like God knows. So like I look and they're like, oh, Sesko is on. I was like, wait a minute, was he even playing in the first place? Like what the fuck was that? Sorry for my language, but Jesus Christ, guys. Benji, I asked you
Darwin, I mean
specifically.
Benji.
Okay,
Are
I
are we
asked
are we
Benji.
looking at shades
In
of
which
Darwin
league?
Nunez and I think that's unfair. I think
No. Darwin
No,
Nunes
no, come
total
on.
absolutely
total of
unfair.
40
Darwin Nunes
That's
actually scored on his debut.
but
Benji didn't even do
total
that.
Darwin Nunez is
okay, let's also be honest. It's a total of 40 minutes give or take of appearance.
in the
He
tough
needs a
game.
few in a tough
It's a
game.
very tough game, but
He
it's also like you're
To let him
down
play
and you have
against
to step
Burnley, I
up.
think that will kind of show whether
yeah,
because if he's not able to do it against easy
If he's
opposition,
not,
then
if the manager doesn't even put him in the lineup against Burnley, what does that tell you?
yeah, but it doesn't matter. Even if he comes on the last 30 minutes, he should be able to at least score or assist or
Or
something
assist?
against a team like that.
I think it's imperative that Amram figured this out within the first 3 to 4 weeks, because if you guys fall behind in points tally,
Hmm.
it's a long way back. But the good thing is you are on a game a week. You do have a mid game week coming up against, I think, Bromsby or
Uh,
something,
yeah, well, yeah.
right? It is a good time to test some stuff for both of you. How many weeks do you guys give Ruben Amorim from an owner point of view, from a director of football point of view, from an opposition point of view? How many weeks does Amorim have to figure this out before the pressure starts to get to him and the pressure starts to hit the players and the fans just get sick of the losses? Because we're already seeing some toxicity coming out from the United fan base, which is I can understand.
Well, that's stupid.
But what do you
I would
guys
give him
think?
at least January.
Till
I
January?
feel like those are the dumb fans. No. Like you're not gonna tell him you have January to deliver. What are you gonna? What does he have to deliver?
We're not
Top
tell
four?
him, but
No, he
just
doesn't have
saying
to
like
deliver. It's just show
What?
show
just show
the
what you're
league that
do.
Okay, so
you
deliver
have
and do
something
what?
not delivered, but show the league that you figured this out, that you're a good
Bye.
team, that you can take it like, to the opposition and
Yeah,
win.
yeah.
Okay.
I think what he's trying to say is like you don't want to end up in another Eric Ten Hag situation where like
Yes,
eight
exactly.
months in you're still trying to figure out what the tactics are of Ten Hag ball. You know, you don't want to end up in that situation down the road, like where you're questioning his tactics 8 months in and wondering, is like what is the plan? Are we
8 months in is
attacking?
crazy.
Are we
Yeah.
possession based? Are we counter attack based?
I mean,
Like it
let
has to be a bit more clear.
let me pose this question to you, Jay, because you're saying why does he have to prove anything? Let's say January comes along, right? You have about almost 15 to 18 games played, roughly. And your position, let's say around 10th to 12th position. How would you react
It
as a
makes sense.
fan?
I wouldn't be surprised. One, we're playing against City, we're playing against Chelsea, we're playing against Liverpool, then we're playing against
That
Tottenham,
first
who
no no
beat Man City.
that
This is
first half.
literally within the freaking
No
how
no
many
no
months? This
you're
is
not
within November.
you're not looking at this. By then you would have played every team once. By then, by January, by the first half of the season, you would have played the entire Premier League at once, right? So it's not
By
just the big games.
January 7th.
I think so. By either January, mid Jan, whatever. Basically, consider the first half of the season where you play every single team
Yeah.
at least once, and
Mhm.
you're still positioned 10 to 12th. As a
Then
fan,
that's
what would you
a big
think?
issue.
Because you're
Then
not just playing
an issue.
the big clubs, you're playing every club, the lesser opposition, greater
Of course.
opposition, the recently
At that
promoted
point, we have
teams.
to look at the issues now, right? Because like, if you are playing against every single club, then at that point, like, where we're at the halfway mark. How are we climbing, or if we're losing points or some silly things. But the most important thing is to look at how we do statistically against every single team in terms of goals and offensively. Are we dropping goals, doing silly things? Because then we have to find out where our loophole is. Right now, we haven't scored a goal yet. But our forwards are lethal. And when we had an off game, yes. Then we look at our defense. Our defense, did we concede goals? How are we doing defensively? I feel like Dylan's doing absolutely amazing. You're stepping up. Maggie comes on when he needs to. And I'm not really seeing like we're going to be conceding a lot of goals because defensively we will step up. However, by January, if we are not at least above half table or midway table, then we have a problem because like we've given the money, we haven't
Mm-hmm.
like not given, we've put in a lot of money, so there is a certain time. Like you have to step up, and the players have to put forward. And if the players don't perform, the manager is at stake. I
Right.
don't. I think people who are saying Abraham are absolutely bullshit or absolutely ridiculous. Like you need to have like a brain scan because
I think you
if
need
you're doing something
the
like that,
fans do need a little bit more of a spine. I
yeah, fans are
agree.
being absolutely stupid. Like guys, I'm a United fan like to the core. I'm not gonna like sack the man after he gave up his club. We came in half mid-season, endured the bullshit that he had to endure, and then finally when we give him money and he's making what he wants to make, it is difficult. We're not gonna support him. Then you guys are not real United fans because like you don't understand. Like this is a very difficult job. You're playing against teams that are lethal. All right, add Fulham to that according to recent
You
statistics.
didn't think so? You didn't think
I
so?
didn't think so. I still don't think so. Next
Then
time we
what?
play them, it'll be different. All right, we come to Old
I
Trafford
hope
and we'll
so.
see.
I think that's the conversation. Is that the next time when you come up against Fulham, you guys should be in a position where predictions of 3-0, 4-0, 5-0 should be like, yeah, I can see that. Versus, I don't know about that. And
We will
let's
see.
let's move ahead. Abhishek, opposition point of view, Bumo, 20 plus Premier League goals last season, was one of the hot commodities of the transfer window. Multiple clubs, including Tottenham, our manager was his ex-manager, tried to recruit him, and I'm very happy with Kudus. I'm glad we got Kudus over Bumo currently. Um, Bumo is highly talented, very very good attacking mid, striker, right mid, whatever you want to call it.
All right, but
From
I hear you
a
also.
opposition point of view, are you surprised with his contributions on the pitch, his play style? Like, what do you think? As far as United's attack with Bumo into it, because I think we all know about Cunha, right?
Hmm.
Class, amazing. So far, he's been the bright spark in that front trident. But Bumo seems to be faltering a little bit. Why do you think that is?
Uh, well, I mean, it's still early, so we'll give him a little bit more time before we truly decide. But I think I am kind of surprised that the lack of influence he has in the games compared to what he did with Brentford,
Mm-hmm.
where I think he was constantly a threat in a team that was essentially, he's surrounded by players who were not as good as United players, but he's not performing as well in the United team, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, I think he's playing in
But I
his favored
think,
position too. Like nothing has changed. I think his role is the
yeah,
same too.
yeah, I think maybe we don't give him some time to click with his new teammates, and could be a little bit of the pressure just because you're moving from club like, no offense, but to from Brentford to Manchester United is like a pretty big move.
True.
So it could be a little bit of pressure too, but I think he is a confidence type of player. So maybe when he does score or assist, he'll eventually, you know,
Yeah, I think
start making it regular. But we'll
when I
see.
was watching the game, what stood out to me was when Bumo plays, right? He plays off of a very secure center mid or striker, right? Like Wissa did that role at Brentford, where there
Yeah,
would be these straight line pocket movements, right, into the half spaces, and Shotter on the left would pull the defender far wide, allowing Wissa to go right or left. Then Bumo would be perfectly ready to strike, right? I think with
right.
Mount dropping and just running all over the pitch, which he has to do, is not really isolating Bumo with his attacker. So they're able to just kind of like recover against him, and I think that's like nullifying him a bit. I think if Sesko comes
Mm.
good, I think Bumo will be unlocked. But I must say I am surprised. I thought Bumo would have been able to just generate his own creativity, his own space, and his own take-ons. But I do think once Benjamin Sesko's there, and let's be honest, Bumo's crossing is fantastic. I think once Sesko
Yeah,
is there and he's able to lay off and feed off those crosses, I think Bumo is going to be more dangerous, more lethal, more the impact will be almost evident. At least that's what I think. But I think you have to start Sesko midweek if you don't trust him for the weekend. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think we were all surprised that United tied. I think most of us
Yeah.
predicted a United win, Jay, by a huge margin. I think we'll
Well,
have
to
to
be
see.
fair, if they got the penalty, they probably would have won.
Oh, for sure. I think I think that penalty also sums up that entire situation.
Yeah.
I think Bruno's taking too much pressure, or maybe he's just, I don't know. Maybe he feels like he has to do everything, because
Maybe.
they are coming off of that low confidence as a team.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I think we got our viewpoints on United. Let's move on to the game of the week. Let's move on to the Tottenham City game. I must
Yeah,
say,
enough about these relegation friendly teams.
I must say, Tottenham, Thomas Frank. There is something about Tottenham at the Etihad. There's something about Tottenham at City against Pep Guardiola that, for whatever reason, no matter who we sign, who's leading in the managerial dugout, you guys just don't seem to be able to perform.
Yep.
There is some football god activity over here, because I can understand players who are used to playing each other not performing, right, for whatever reason, because maybe they just can't handle the style of play. But we're talking about new signings also not being able to take it. Now, let's also be honest here. There were a few sitters that both teams missed, right? But I think when you look at the game as a whole, I think Tottenham had a foothold on that game, like after the first 10 minutes, and they pretty much had that foothold like on lock throughout the whole game. I think this man right here, Paulinho, Fulham,
Oh, he's amazing.
when he played for Fulham, he was the best destroying six in the league. I wanted him so bad when Bayern didn't buy him the first time, and we finally got him, because I knew we needed someone in front of our defense for Ange, and this was the guy I wanted, but now we got him for Thomas Frank. But guys, so far, Thomas Frank has faced Arsenal, Bayern, PSG, and City. Some of the best teams in the world. We beat Arsenal 1-0. We got shredded against Bayern 4-0, after which Thomas Frank came out in the presser and said, I know what I did wrong, and I'm going to be ready for PSG. We go up against PSG, we dominate the whole match, and because of squad quality and depth quality, we lose. Then
We Tottenham.
we Tottenham it. We fucking bottled it. Yeah. But that's fine, because this is a new manager.
Yeah,
This is a new manager, preseason. You're going up against Luis Enrique and the PSG team, who are probably right now the best team in the world. And we did that with a significantly lesser quality side. Then we go to Burnley, and Thomas Frank switches it up. 4-2-3-1. From a 3-5-2 at PSG to a 4-2-3-1. Then we go to City, and everybody's expecting a 3-5-2. I was expecting a 3-5-2. Then he goes into a 4-2-3-1 and just blows everyone away. And Pepe Sarr, Kudus, Paulinho, Romero, Richie. Like, I don't think there was a weak link in our team, maybe besides Brennan Johnson, but Brennan Johnson does Brennan Johnson things. Doesn't do jack the whole game, but gets a goal, which I think is the fundamental point of the game. But this kid is a goal magnet, and that's it.
I know.
He's a literal Rom Deuter. Like, that's what he is. He's a Rom Deuter. He doesn't do anything the whole game, just investigates the space and just goes and taps it in off of that. Let's also be honest. What a pass by Richie. What a pass by Richie. I don't think any of us. Let's start the discussion there, guys. Let's talk about the resurgence of Richarlison so far, because it's not just Burnley or City. It was against PSG as well. Richie is a pest, a nuisance for those center backs. This guy is like always in your face, always around you, pressing like a madman. Like, talk to me about this new look Tottenham. What do you think Thomas Frank and Spurs have shown? Because I also want to point out that we've only made one permanent signing this summer, guys. Thomas Frank is being let down horribly, but this man is putting up performances. So, Jay and Abhishek, talk to me about Spurs and Thomas Frank. and especially Richarlison.
Well, Richarlison played amazing, but the man of the match, in my opinion, no doubt, Paulinho for what happened. That
Paulinho.
midfield control
Yes.
with him, Kudus, Richarlison just taking over, Bentancur helping out. That was so beautiful. Like it was like one. It's no average team. It's against a freaking a blockbuster of a City team with Tihani Reinders. Tihani, hi. Anyway, so like it's just shocking, that like this is what was the result, which means that Thomas Frank will not be getting any more money for transfer windows because they say if you can do that with this, you don't need any. We don't need any more players. You're good. You're all right. You can beat City. Do it again now, and that, my friend, will be the reason why you won't sign any more players after that you know. But honestly, kudos to you and kudos to you as well. You played absolutely amazing with these players. Thomas Frank is the man to get behind, especially with what he's doing. I am a little disappointed that I dropped some points from my FPL because I put in Holland. Disappointing. But hey, clearly the better team won, so we should all be happy.
Yo, yeah, did you get any points from Cisco?
Excuse me. How do you know Sesco's in my Premier League? This guy's cheating, bro.
Well, I
Can
mean,
you
Like,
it
focus
is
see
on?
it.
public information at this point.
Can you focus on the? Can
But
you
yes,
focus on the?
Public information.
Abhishek, City fan. You guys in game week 1, everybody was talking about the new look City. We were talking about new look City, how they look so dangerous, how the new signings are looking fantastic.
Same old City.
Tihani Reinders was the talk of the first week. I must say,
Well-
Tihani Reinders was completely nullified, and
Nullified?
James Trafford. My God, I have.
That's crazy.
Have we seen a more like horrible goalkeeping performance?
Onana.
Oh
Onana.
yes, Onana. Okay,
I don't think anyone can
but I
beat
think
that
I
performance.
think
Was worse than
Trafford.
that.
I think Trafford.
He had one mistake.
Trafford
though.
threw
I
the
think,
game.
yeah, I think you're kind of
He had one mistake.
No. I'm not. See,
over.
I'm not actually
He
over stressing because
he
think about
drove
it.
the game.
He
It's a huge
had him.
mistake,
He had a misplay right into a highly pressured defender that led to a goal,
That was ridiculous.
and he also should have been red carded for that challenge on Kudus.
No, I disagree on that.
I think jumping in.
honest.
I think jumping in with your knee up and also handballing the ball right after. That's a red card. We've seen that given. We've seen that given time and time again. For whatever reason, it wasn't. The ball was a 50-50.
Well, he made
and-
contact with the ball first, but yeah.
No, he didn't make contact with the ball. I think the ball came. It was a free ball, and then Kudus got kneed, and then the ball hits Trafford in the arm.
I'm pretty sure he hit it, and then Kudus got hit after that, and then it was his arm.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
And after he collided
we
with
can
it.
definitely look at the video. But
Yeah,
I don't
but
think I
regardless, I
can
think we're
stream
getting
it,
away from the fact
but
here.
the
the
idea
point
was
is-
Trafford. I think throughout the game when we were watching it, we were also be like, Trafford, what the fuck? But I do also think. I think it was the atmosphere. I think
All right,
Tottenham City is such a good game and a big game. It might have just been nervous, but let's also be honest. Trafford is gifted. The dude is a very talented goalkeeper. I think the occasion just got to him, but I think that whole playing out from the back with the goalkeeper kind of messed about. Like, where do you think the weaknesses were? Like that led to, I guess, the
I
result.
mean, first of all, let's talk about the lineup. I
Mhm.
think we should start there.
Sure.
This lineup kind of surprised me, to be honest, because it's very unlike Pep to start a new player just because they scored the week before or because they had like a good 10 minutes. So it's kind of surprised to see Turkey
Mhm.
start the game.
I was very surprised to see
Because,
Turkey start the game. I thought
Yeah.
Foden
Yeah,
would.
and knowing what
Foden
we
would,
know about
yeah.
Pep and the kind of player he is, where like even if you score, 2 goals,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you're going to start the next game, at least under him.
Of course.
So I was kind of surprised. So maybe it would have been influence from the other coaches. But I think it was, even if it was Pep or not, I think it was like a little naive, I think, to start both him and Reinders in a very tough midfield that we knew was going to be tough because of the fact that Paulinho and Sarr are both going to be in midfield. And, I think considering the fact that Pep has played against Brentford before and against Thomas Frank, he knew beforehand that this game would be a lot tougher than even against Ange,
Mhm.
to be honest.
Because of that
Because-
defensive solidity.
Right, and because of how well Brentford play and considering the players that they have, I mean, if you give this same manager a better team,
Of
it's
course.
always kind of assumed that he would perform better.
Plus, I think Brentford did the double over City a season or two ago.
Yeah, it was last season,
Last
but I
season, right?
mean,
Yeah,
last season was pretty bad for us in general.
of course. But I think that's where the naivety of Pep, or is it naivety, or did Pep just want to trust his new signings?
I don't know. Personally, I think there's probably outside influence like from the other coaches.
You think maybe
Because
Pep
again,
lenders
it's
might have had a influence over
yeah,
here?
probably. I think so because it's just very dynamic and it's just something that Pep doesn't usually do. He doesn't take those kinds of chances.
Mm-hmm.
Usually plays it safe with, players that he knows performs well, like Bernardo or someone. So I was kind of surprised. And I think that's the first mistake that was made. And the second mistake I think was also playing Marmoush on the left. Uh,
Marmoush has
I
been playing
think
on the left,
you
right?
have to,
Since last
well,
season?
kind of, but he plays a lot of times behind Holland as well. Even if he starts on the left, he plays behind Holland,
Oh, like he cuts inside
almost
and
as a shadow
affects the
striker
box.
or like,
Yeah.
yeah,
hmm
similar to how Julian did. But
Right.
for whatever reason, this game he had him playing just as more of a classic winger, the way he was like
hmm
holding near the touchline and asking for the ball. But
Right.
then as soon as he got the ball, you could see that he wasn't that kind of player. He can dribble past people and take them on, same way like someone like Doku or Grealish might. And we didn't get a lot from that side. And I think losing Brian Ignauri early on in the game really cut off most of the attacking threat from the left-hand side. Because most of the danger actually comes from him making overlapping runs or inside runs from Marmoush having the ball.
hmm
And Ake is a great defender, but at the end of the day, he's a center back. He's kind
Yes.
of just forced to play left back. He's not nearly as creative attacking wise.
I also did
So I
think
think it.
that when Ait
Uh-huh.
Nuri went down, I think you guys were a little bit exposed on that left hand side because I think Ait Nuri went down in the 18th minute. I
The
think
first, yeah, something
in
like
the
that.
first 20 minutes, and after that, the
First
game
20 minutes, yeah.
kind of just shifted into Tottenham's favor
Right.
because Poro and Kudus could have just like they were just dominating that line. I think Ait Nuri was a huge miss off that injury.
I
Um,
agree.
and
I think both attacking and defensively.
yeah, it's
I mean, we had
100%.
nothing from the left-hand side once he was gone.
Exactly. And I think Marmouche got put on an island on the left hand side against Poro and
Right.
Romero. And Romero is a gifted defender. But I think
I mean, he's just not that kind of player, Marmoush.
exactly. I think Marmouche is a space runner. Right? He's a deep runner, right?
Right.
You give him the ball,
Exactly.
give him the space to run into, and he accelerates and reaches top speed and just blasts that. I mean, we've seen him
Or runs through the gaps.
runs through the gaps and just blast a ball into the top corner. I mean, he had that beautiful
Hmm.
goal last season from 25 yards out.
Right.
Um, and Oscar Bob, what a player. I think this kid, when I was watching him play, the silk on this kid,
I
he's
mean, so
he is your starting right winger, I think. The talent level on that child is too much.
it's scary.
It's actually scary. Like here's a question I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know City inside and out. What's your strongest 11? Because we know what Pep put out was
Right.
the midfield battle was lost, right? And in a possession heavy team, the midfield battle has to be won, which is why Rodri is such a pivotal force. And that's why when Rodri leaves the
Of
team,
course.
you
Of
guys
course.
suffer, right? Because he anchors that midfield like a stone wall.
Of
But
course.
what's your strongest 11, you think? Especially considering that we've seen Pep play a more direct, higher octane style versus that slow probing style that he's known for. I think,
Yeah. I mean, we used to
yeah,
play like that. If you look back in like, 1920, we
hmm
had something similar. But
right.
I think, to be completely honest, I don't really think there's a single starting 11 that I can think of.
No,
I
just
think
your
it's really
strongest
just that.
11, you think. Like,
Right, right. But I'm saying
mhm.
like I don't think there is such a thing. Like
I mean, that's,
when I look at the
yeah,
players, I see like one is good in terms of, a certain quality like crossing or passing, whereas the other one is good as something else, which the team needs. So I feel like, for example, when you look at, games where we have a really tough a low block. Also,
Hmm.
Bob will have a little bit of a tougher time because there's less space for him to dribble through.
Right.
In that situation, you want more crosses or someone who takes shots outside the box.
Hmm.
So
So
you'd actually want Foden on the right wing versus
right.
having Bob.
Hmm.
So I really can't think of like a specific 11 and say like this is the one for every game. Apart from a few players that have to play every game, like
Like
Holland,
Holland,
Rodri,
Ruben
yeah,
Diaz.
Rodri, even Reinders,
I think
uh,
I think
Jones.
Nico Gonzalez just I don't think he can play in the big games.
Yeah, I mean, I think he needs someone else with him. Uh, Again, when we're talking about the lineup in the midfield, he's kind of exposed when you're basically man marking the midfield with the three that Tottenham have.
Yeah.
You can't expect Nico to control the midfield alone, where Reinders is very attacking and Cherk is attacking, and neither of them are going to come back to win the ball or hold on to it for a long time. That's where you need like Bernardo or
Hmm.
Rodri.
I'm not gonna lie.
So,
I was heavily disappointed in Turkey.
mhm. Yeah, but
I was
again,
I was very shocked. But I just can't tell if that's because he's still figuring out the system. But
I
for
mean, it's
whatever
everything.
reason, he couldn't
It's
hold
a
on to that ball.
new system, everything.
Hmm.
And again, it's like I think just putting him in that position was kind of awkward in the first place, to be honest.
Exactly. I
He's not
if you played Foden in
a
that
ball
10,
carrier.
if you
Yeah, I
played
think
Foden in the
that's
10,
what I was gonna say. If you put Foden in that position, is a totally different story. I
I
think
exactly.
agree.
putting Cherky was a big shocker, but
I
I mean,
agree.
again,
these are
Hundred
these
you're a
percent.
new
are
signing.
again
You just
learning
bored.
points.
You just
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you wanna like put
right.
your name out there. So he obviously was
Exactly.
like,
And I
hey boss, do
think,
you think I get a chance?
yeah, and I think I'll honestly just sum up the entire game and Trafford and everyone being there and how they performed and say that it's just too early to say. Like I know City as a team. I watched them for long enough to know that like the first 3 months of the season really don't determine anything.
Mm,
If you look at the seasons where we won the league, I remember the first 3 months we actually lost a lot of games, and we'd come back and win multiple in December, January. And funnily enough, the season we lost, which was last season, our first 2 months were actually really good, and we were winning every game,
yeah.
and we had Rodri. But when you looked at the actual games themselves, even though we won them, we didn't actually look that good through the 90 minutes. And we were a lot of times we were lucky to win the games that we won or to tie with Arsenal when we did at the last minute. So I think it's just too early, and it'll take Pep at least 2 months to figure out a perfect system, perfect lineup. And again, I go back to like the first month that Holland was there, and I remember he was a little bit struggling in the beginning. And everyone was like, does Holland fit the system? Was he right choosing City and blah blah blah. So it's just too early. I think we just gotta wait and see.
Yeah. I think we also know that City usually starts slow, and then somewhere around
Right.
November, December, they just go on a 15 game unbeaten run and win the league, right? So
And we only
I
had one preseason game on
yeah,
top of it.
you had the World Cup, then a very short preseason. Um, but yeah, I think it's definitely growing pains with all the new signings and this new style Pep is trying out, which I think is why you guys have such a slow start. Is because Pep reinvents himself every summer to stay on top of things, so that the
We'll see.
players also take a little while to like really kind of understand how it all fits together. Um, but Jay, going forward, United fan, you must have been happy to see your neighboring rivals drop points. What are your takeaways from the game?
Like, I personally agree because it's the midfield that was absolutely dreadful for City, and that would cost them ultimately. Oscar Bell was deadly on the wing. I think he was by far their best player. Um, Honestly, kind of confused how Reinders was silent, but again he had to keep cutting back because Nico couldn't do it by himself, which allowed him not to be in as much of a dominant position as he usually is. Marmoush, kind of surprising for him. I didn't even know if he was playing, to be honest. Jeremy also was like pretty lacking. Usually he's more lethal than most like wingers out there, and especially in the Premier League. I think he's one of the top five most deadliest wingers I've seen. when it comes to his penetration and his dribbling and his ability to actually get in there.
Mm.
The only thing he can do, I think, is crossing properly, which I think that's why they bought in Marmoush, and I think that
I don't think
was
Marmoush is
like
known as a crosser though. He's more of a direct
the.
runner.
I mean, I think he's more of a complete whole attacking midfield. He can do a lot of things instead of like with just dribbling, which is what Jeremy Doku can do when it
Yeah,
comes to penetrating the final third. So I don't know. They put in Marmoush, and I thought like there would be more of a consistently holding the ball, but again, it was just outplayed midfield. Like Paulinho was amazing, and Sarr as well. I think they just were able to control the base and the positioning of every single one of those city's players. And when it came to it, statistically, you can tell like they had more shots on target. Their chances were better. Honestly, the only thing that City had better was their passing. And besides that, like there were some expected shots that should have gone in. Some would have argued, but again, my issue again is like Holland is used to getting these insane deliveries. Okay, I saw a glimpse of Kevin in Tihani. I say glimpse, okay? City fans, calm down. A glimpse, and I was like, okay, expecting more, and I guess this just shows like how we don't take certain players for like granted. Because like when Kevin was there, assist, creating chance, it was lethal, one after another. And Holland, even without this assistance, like from everybody else, I think he should be putting at least one, you know. But Van de Ven was on point, man. That defense, like I think Thomas Frank is really. I may have overlooked him like once or twice, but now I'm gonna really pay closer attention to what he's doing because it might be a problem. But then again, I said the same thing about Post
Postacoglu.
Mr. X. Yes, that man. I
Pasta,
said some things about him,
pasta.
and he's no longer
Just
here.
call him Ange, bro. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Post So like he's not here anymore. But like when he was here and he was having this insane winning streak, especially against City, I was pretty surprised. But again, it's far too early for us to say a lot of things, guys. All we can do is speculate.
Of
And
course.
I think I can speculate that Tottenham like this, if you guys keep going, man, you will be an absolute problem to deal with.
I think
So kudos to you.
this is where the early signs are great. This is a performance that reminds me more of the old Pochettino team. Like unrelenting pressing, midfield like just control, just physically just bodying players out of their comfort zones. I think Thomas Frank Thomas Frank is known as a pragmatic manager, right? Because during his Brentford years, he had to play more defensive and counters against the better teams. Because let's be honest, Brentford doesn't really spend too much on players. Developmental club, they're very good at their scouting and their data. But when Brentford were playing in the championship, Thomas Frank was an attacking coach. He's originally an attacking coach. I think Brentford in the 2 years in the championship before they got promoted scored the highest amount of goals. I think that's where Thomas Frank is going to surprise a lot of teams is because they're not going to be expecting the attacking side of his system. And also I think this is where Thomas Frank is very unique, I think the fact that this man just has his team like manipulate shapes and play in different formations that best suits a winning advantage against the opposition, which is something we haven't seen, right? Because Conte is wedded to the 3-5-2, 3-4-3. Jose Mourinho 4-2-3-1 in a specific way, or a 4-4-2. Then you have Ange obviously in his 2-3-5 system. But then here comes Thomas Frank, who's so adaptable, who has a game plan for everything, with a very, very proven coaching staff that we pretty much stole from Brentford. We stole the entire coaching staff. I think we're gonna surprise a lot of teams because people are thinking this is Thomas Frank of Brentford. But I think we're looking at Thomas Frank of Tottenham with a much better quality base who can go forward. Which is why it's frustrating to see Daniel Levy and the board not supply him with signings. And yes, a couple more days to go in the transfer window. Anything can happen. Daniel Levy loves a last minute signing, we know. But I think this boy right here on the screen, Pepe Sarr, has been the most impressive player of the Thomas Frank era. This kid has 18, 19 different lungs.
Mohamed Kudus. Bro. Mohamed Kudus is by far the most.
Kudus
You
is
can't say that he's for the most.
unbelievable. What I'm saying is most improved for the Tottenham squad. Kudus wasn't part of the Tottenham
I
squad.
heard most impressive.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, most improved and also highly impressive. Like, this kid just runs and runs and runs and runs and tortures the opposition.
Great, but his cousin in Crystal Palace is better in my.
Who?
I think Crystal Palace Sar is better.
Oh, Ismail Assar. Ismail Assar is an attacking winger.
I know. I'm just saying.
I think we're gonna see the best of Pepe Sarr this season, and I think Pepe Sarr is gonna cement himself as one of the better number eights of the league.
Because of Paulinho. That's literally why.
Oh no, 100%. Like, don't get me wrong, Bentancur and Panelia double pivot is incredibly physical.
I'm so shocked.
Right? Paulinho, listen, Kudus is going to yeah. Kudus. I mean, he deserves it. Kudus is going to go down in the eyes of everyone who's going to watch Tottenham, and he's like, this is the man. This is the guy, the face of Tottenham, right? Then Sarr is also going to go down as like, wow, this young kid who's pressing his life away, you know? But the signing that's going to transform Tottenham is Paulinho. As long as Paulinho is there, the defense can chill and the attack can focus. That is so important. Because Bissouma, we're going to sign him 100%. Like, if Paulinho keeps this up, he's only worth £20 million. Like, that's a joke for a player of his quality.
You guys didn't buy him. That shows is amazing.
He's amazing. And I'm so glad that
you guys are not buying him instantly for 20 million. You guys are like, no, we're going to test him out and then buy him.
Oh, yeah. The loan to buy, it's a Levy masterclass against Bayern. But we have a really good relationship.
Masterclass is crazy, bro. Come on.
To get a player like that on loan?
Just buy him, bro.
We're going to buy him. But Paulinho is going to be our foundational rock in this team. But I will tell you guys right now, if you ask me before the season started, is Richie going to be your starting 9? I would have been like, no, we need to sell him. We need a better striker. We have Solanke. We're fine. But my God, this kid has 2 goals in the first game, 1 assist in the third game, has influence like in that upper third constantly. World Cup year. Everybody is motivated to be a part of their nation's football team, especially in their starting 11. I'm sure that's also going on Richie's mind, so he's playing his heart away right now. But man, just 2 signings. I think we just need 2 more signings, and Thomas Frank has a glorious team. We need a left winger, but that's the thing, right? Like, Brennan Johnson gets goals. He gets goals, but he doesn't do anything else. If we get a Savinho or a Lookman or a Semenyo, I don't know, anybody. Or Matthias Tell could come good. And I really do believe in Matthias Tell. And the way it's looking, it looks like I have a horrible judgment right there because of how he's performed in the preseason. But I think there's a talent in that kid that's going to be exploding very soon. And I think he's going to make that left wing his spot if we don't sign a good left winger. But I've been very happy with Tottenham. I thought Thomas Frank is going to take some time to adjust, take some time to get his methods across to the team, but how quickly the team adapted to his methods and how well he's managed to coach him and drill them is just a testament to his ability as a manager. And to go up against the great Pep Guardiola and like the tactical chess match that we were discussing in episode 1 and to win it, I mean, this is one of the biggest tests of any season. And we passed it. Now we have the Liverpool test, the Arsenal test, the United test, and the Chelsea test. And I think when we go to these stadiums and these locations, I'm no longer going to be terrified. Under Ange, I was terrified. I was like, we'll score, but we'll also get dunked on defense. But a clean sheet. That's 2 clean sheets, 2 games, 5 goals. Tottenham are looking good, boys. Tottenham are looking good, but I'm gonna caveat this with a very realistic fear. The moment the games become 3 times a week, injuries are gonna pile up. We don't have the depth. We have we have children on the bench, albeit talented children. Beribal, Archie Gray, Matisse Tell, Odebert. We have Kota Takai. We have good, young, raw talent. But our depth is horrendous, man. When you look at Arsenal, take a look at City. Abhishek can confidently claim, I don't have a strong 11 because the players are just insane. Everyone can play. If you ask me what my strongest 11 is, I could tell you right now what my strongest 11 is. Right? United could tell you what their strongest 11 is. Arsenal can't because they have a team A and a team B that can both play for the league. City has a team A and a team B. They can both play for the league. Liverpool have a team A and a team B. Maybe not so much on defense, but they can play for the league.
Yeah,
Tottenham are screwed depth-wise. And if Kudus gets an injury, if Palhinha gets an injury, if Sarr gets an injury, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do.
You're going to get shit on.
Yeah, exactly. I think my biggest fear is if Thomas Frank continues to show everyone in the league that this is a manager that can hold his own, and not only hold his own, but win most of his games, and then injuries are going to take away some of those points that we should have gotten. And then Daniel Levy's going to be like, why aren't you 8th? Why aren't you 4th? Why aren't you 6th? Like, I'm scared that Thomas Frank is going to get punished by this horrible, incompetent ownership who have zero footballing IQ. And they're going to punish this glorious manager who's highly intelligent, highly adept, elite level coach, I think. If you
punish him, you don't deserve him, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I would tell Thomas Frank, please, I love you. You're the best manager I think we're ever gonna have besides Poch.
Leave the club and go to a better club.
Yes, because you don't deserve to get sacked by this useless person who's sitting at the top of the Tottenham food chain, who's making these decisions.
6 points, already doing great. I think you're gonna.
I think
you're gonna reinvest in Thomas Frank afterwards.
I hope so. I hope this is Arne Slot under Liverpool. It is an outlying situation. You come into a team, the organization doesn't back you at all, then you go to win the title, and the next season they back you out of your mind because why not, right? We're Tottenham, bro. We're Tottenham. We don't have a Jurgen Klopp who had 5+ years to develop such a beautiful squad to use. We had Ange. Ange got us a trophy. I love Ange. I wanted him to stay, but I understood why he left, and I'm very glad we replaced him with Thomas Frank. Very, very happy. But the team will have the same issues that Ange had. The injuries are going to pile up. We're going to be demoted to our young stars who don't have the experience to impact games for a whole 90 minutes. I think inevitably the injuries are going to pile up, and our goal should be to try to stay undefeated and collect as many points as we can before the Champions League games begin, and the 3 times a week is going to inevitably catch up to us. And AFCON in January is also going to be a problem because Sarr is going to leave, but luckily Ghana didn't make the AFCON, which sucks for Kudus, right? But Kudus will at least stay behind and help the team. But Tottenham, promising start, happy start. Transfer window is depressing us, but at least Thomas Frank is giving us some joy with each passing match day. Now going forward, let's talk about the Liverpool Newcastle game. I didn't get a chance to really watch it because I was at work, but I know you guys watched it. What did you guys think? How did it go? What happened?
Except that there were some mistakes I was kind of surprised to see. But hey, can't expect everything from those guys. I feel like they played pretty lucky with that red card.
And also the fact that they got 11 minutes of added time, even though the red card was in the first half.
Yeah, I was quite surprised with the 11.
I mean, I've seen games where even when they had the red card, they don't give 11 minutes of added time. So it's kind of surprising.
Yeah, I think the 11 minutes was was kind of crazy. Also, what the F was Anthony Gordon thinking? What was that challenge? Like, why? Why ruin it for your team?
I don't know.
You red carded yourself, despite being the most influential player on the pitch, from what I could tell when I heard. Right? Like, now they won't have Anthony Gordon for 3 weeks. Tonali's injured. God knows how long. Right?
Why would Anthony do something like so absolutely ridiculous? I could not understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Sorry.
the temperament, like, and we all know Isak. I don't know what's going on with Isak. One day people are saying he's ready to reintegrate. Another day he's putting out a statement saying that he only wants Liverpool. Get the kid out. Get Isak out. Reinvest in a top class striker.
Why do you want to keep someone that doesn't want to play for you? I do not understand that concept. Let him go. Fix the chemistry lapse with your team. And
Well, I
come
think
on.
they are trying to let him go, but again, like,
It's a
you got to
price
get the right
issue.
amount of
I get
money
it.
because he's,
I know.
you know, essentially going to
But
give Liverpool
now,
the title.
question: do
Plus
Liverpool
maybe the
still need
trophy.
Isak?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think Eddie
that's what I
Howe
was-
has shown the league that he can do just fine without Isak. He just needs a proven striker up top. That's
Oh no, I was
it.
talking about Liverpool.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think they have Ekitike, so I think they're okay.
Yeah.
I think the inverse
he
is
was
true as well.
absolutely
I don't think
amazing.
Newcastle need Isak either.
Wow. So what does Isak do then? As one of the most deadliest strikers
This
in
is
the
what
world.
Isak did to himself. He showed
I
the
know, but
entire organization that he is impetulant and unprofessional.
well, what do you do as you? Because think about like, what do you do? Like, how do you fix it as a player? Because you have a certain standard for yourself, right? You gotta actually like you
I
Honestly,
mean, who knows? He's probably going to end up in Barcelona in
honestly, I
a year or
think
two.
If he
yeah,
goes to Barca, this is
or
GG.
Madrid or wherever. But whatever it is,
No,
I think Newcastle
Okay.
should cash in on him, reinvest in the squad, make it more balanced top to bottom. And I think Newcastle have one of the more balanced teams in the league, right? And I think if they just I think looking back, I think Newcastle ownership will be kicking themselves because they could have easily sold Isak and gotten Ekitike. What a player Ekitike is. And
yeah,
I
honestly,
remember telling
that would be
everyone, I was
great.
like, Ekitike, when you watch him play, he's a
Well,
mini Isak. Like, the dude
I
is.
think Liverpool just ended up hijacking the deal because he was supposed to
Because
go
they're
to
like, this guy's
Newcastle.
taking too long.
Yeah, I think if they got
That's great.
Isak for the 120 or 130, whatever was the quoted price, I don't think they would have went for Ekitike. I think they would have been ecstatic
That's
and
true.
elated with Isak, and then Newcastle would have had a free run at Ekitike, and Ekitike would have came.
I think this is just poor managing, honestly, from both clubs. Like, think about it. Do you, as Newcastle, you could be $70 million richer, or end up with nothing, and a player doesn't want to play with you, and you lose points and lose like actual standing. Like, come on, as a club, what do you think like is gonna happen? Player that doesn't want to play for you is gonna play? No. At
I'm not
that
gonna
point, even if he
lie.
does play for
I'm
you,
not
it's
gonna
just
lie.
ridiculous.
Think about this for a second, okay? Think about this for a second. If Newcastle sold Isak for 140 million or 120 million, right? They could have gotten Ekitike for 55, and
Exactly.
they could have paid Eze's release clause, and then they would have Eze and Ekitike because they're
Or you,
Champions League, and Eze would have
yeah,
came because of the release clause would have been triggered. So why wouldn't
that
Eze
would have
go?
been good. Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately.
Hindsight, Newcastle dropped the ball. They had a chance to sell a world class player and bring in two top talents that could have made their team even better than it was with Isak. And I think this is where Liverpool kind of lucked out because they got Ekitike and now they don't need Isak, right?
Really
And
lucky.
they're better off using that money that they put aside for Isak to improving that shit defense that they have right now.
How do you get scored on with like one less person on the enemy team? Like, I don't
Because
understand.
Kirkez has no physicality about him. Did you notice in that game, Kirkez was just bodied the whole time. For whatever reason, he turned his back and did a good morning exercise and then just got schooled on. And I think that's a blueprint for most teams now. I think they're just gonna start swinging those outswingers towards the far post where Kirkez will be, and then they'll just tell whoever's marking Kirkez to just jump and head the ball in.
But man, Gravenberch's goal was crazy.
Bro, Gravenberch, top. Gakpo,
That was
top.
crazy.
Salah, top. Ekitike, top. Like,
Crazy.
obviously, the great Virgil van Dijk. Boys, this Liverpool team is scary, right? This Liverpool team is scary to think about. But the only saving grace is if they don't get Mark Guehi or another defender, they are going to suffer a few losses strictly because that defense can't hold itself up. Unless they figure it out. But so far, we've seen in both games, their defense has been a little leaky.
It's very leaky.
Right? I mean, Abhishek, these are your main rivals for the title. What are your takeaways from this? I guess this would have been the game of the week, considering the bad blood between the both organizations.
I think this was the game of the week.
I still think the City Tottenham game was the game of the week, but
because of your bias, but like
not bias. I just think City Tottenham is okay. Anyway, yeah.
Whatever it is, I think. I mean, I personally don't think Liverpool looked that good in the game, and I think that they were very lucky to even get a win out of it, considering they were playing against 10 men for most of the game.
Yo, it's crazy.
And ultimately, they relied on a youngster who scored an incredible goal, of course. But they relied on a youngster to save them in the 10th minute of added time. I mean, that kind of speaks for itself, So I think that, it's still very early, so people are scared of Liverpool, of course, as they should be. But I think Liverpool have looked deadly, for a while, so it's not like anything surprising. I think the only real surprising thing is just how good Ekitike is. Because, I mean, he's just, everywhere when you look at them attacking wise. He's creating, he's scoring, he's doing so much.
He's doing it all.
It's like something that they really missed in the center of the pitch after Firmino left.
Yeah.
But again, I think
literally like he's never left. It's crazy.
I think if you look at it, truthfully speaking, I think as good as Liverpool look, if you're just looking at it, Arsenal also look, much better, I think, just because they look more organized compared to Liverpool. I think Liverpool just defensively, they look very chaotic. I think we always knew attacking wise they're going to be really strong because they always are.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see a lot of holes in the defense pretty clearly, especially in times when Gravenberch is pushed up and the defense is very exposed on counterattacks. You can clearly see. I think that's pretty much how Liverpool conceded both goals against Bournemouth too. So
I think so too as well.
So we'll see. I mean, it's very early. I wouldn't give them too much credit, but they look scary, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. They look scary, but I don't think they really look any scarier than last season. If you look at it.
Wait, excuse me? You're saying the last year's Liverpool is less scarier than this Liverpool?
I'm saying they're both equally scary. I don't think they're any more scary now.
Equally scary with Florian Wirtz and Ekitike added to that lineup?
Also, I want to say,
yeah, but
I think Florian Wirtz has
was
not really set the world alight since he came.
I think McAllister was unstoppable last season.
Yeah, McAllister's always been unstoppable though.
Also,
we know what he can do.
No. Under Klopp, he was not unstoppable because he was played in a different position. I think Klopp played it. Klopp played him in the wrong position, so he didn't look good. But as soon as Luck came in, he put him in.
I think not playing McAllister in the middle of the park to start the game was a mistake.
Well, yeah, because his wife was having a baby. Right?
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, against in this game, it was screaming for a McAllister type player.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I think, again, like, the only real thing that looks scarier about them last season is the fact that they have a good striker now, which is obviously the biggest thing. But I don't really think they needed Wirtz.
I think
he's kind of just
I think we also have to give props.
More of an extravagant signing.
I think we also have to give props to Szoboszlai for putting in a shift at that right back position. I think he did really well.
For him to not shoot the ball and literally wait for that ball to go straight to Gamoya. Am I saying his name right? Gamoha?
Rio?
Oh, the dummy? Yeah.
Excuse me?
The dummy?
The dummy, which is the fake. Yeah.
Yeah, but like his name, I'm trying to ask you like how to say his name and you're like dummy. Like
no, it's Rio Naguma?
Moha?
No, I don't know, but just call him Rio.
Abi?
I need to find out how to say his name.
Usually whenever I mispronounce it, Abhishek corrects me. Abhishek?
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Okay.
No, but what a talent that kid is. 16 years old.
But that
scores the
was all
game winner.
Like Soboslai
What
waits,
a
he
finish too.
perfectly times it, tracks the
I mean,
defense,
sure,
and
but
then
that
waits,
finish was
lets it go.
clean. That
That
finish
finish was
was a
beautiful.
clinical finish.
Come on.
So
please.
beautiful.
You know
yeah.
he's from
Come
Chelsea?
on. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Chelsea want compensation because he left on a free. So after watching him play, they're like, "No, you owe us money now." And they actually
Yeah, good
they
luck
actually
with that.
put it in front of the Premier League, and a panel is set to decide. Like Chelsea are scummy, bro. Oh my god,
Yeah.
such a scummy
They did
team.
all.
These guys just
Good
are
luck with that
after
one.
that money. They're not gonna win that. That's just stupid. But I think Liverpool are looking good. I think they need a defender, and I think they are going to sign Guehi if they don't get Isak. I think they're trying to save the funds for Isak just in case Newcastle are like, you know what, take him. We don't want him.
Why?
But I think the Newcastle ownership are ready to teach and make an example of Isak, so they might just keep him and just demote him to the under 18s. And
Whatever it is, I hope Liverpool don't get Guehi.
but I think Guehi might go to Newcastle, or sorry, might go to Liverpool.
Liverpool.
We'll see. Yeah.
But all right, let's move on to the final thing. Eze,
Match predictions? Oh, sorry.
Arsenal, 5-0.
Yo, bro, but Arsenal also have Saka injured now. This is devastating for Arsenal. What do you think?
Saka is injured for 3 weeks. Kai Havertz is injured for 3 weeks. But they
Guess
have.
who's playing next week?
But they
Guess who they're playing next
they're
week?
playing. But here's the thing. This is their front three. Okay, Eze,
Yes.
Gyökeres, Madueke.
Yes. Oh shit.
Okay, and they have Odegaard in the middle.
Yeah.
Then they have Declan Rice. Then they have
Oh, no.
Gabriel Saliba.
Zubimendi. Zubimendi's also there.
And they have Zupamendi
And they're
next to
playing
Declan
Liverpool
Rice.
next.
And they're playing
Zubimendi's gonna
Liverpool
be a
next.
masterclass, guys. Watch
I
what
That'll be a
Zubimendi.
big test.
I need
I'm telling you, it's huge.
Liverpool to just roll them because I'm scared that they will roll Liverpool. Because
I hope. I hope they
because
do.
because
Oh,
I think
rolling.
I think
I think I'm going
Liverpool's
for a tie, brother.
I want to tie. We'll get there to the
Yeah.
predictions, but
Why do you wanna?
we're talking about Eberechi Eze in an Arsenal team that is about to sign Piero Henkepi, right? Bro, if you guys look at Arsenal's depth, that shit looks like the Mariana Trench in terms of depth.
It is pretty deadly. When
It
comes
is.
to, but
They
then again,
have
it's gonna be headers though for sure.
they have such a good transfer window that as a Spurs fan, I want to kill myself because
Damn.
bro, the 300 plus million spent in a summer.
Yeah,
On-
but
and,
that's
who,
Arsenal.
and who did they sign? Eze, Gyökeres. Hope they're gonna sign Henkepi. I know that's gonna happen. They signed Mosquera. They signed I don't know,
Zubamendi.
Zubamendi.
Yeah, Zubimendi is amazing, isn't
Oh
he?
my god, bro!
He's gonna be a hit for
Team,
sure.
if this team wins the
Yeah, I know.
title,
Because he's going all
Oh
out, bro. This
my
is last year on
God.
the job. Like, think about it. It's your last year on the job. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go over there, sign. God knows every single person in the world.
if Arteta doesn't win the title, I know,
It's
I
not
know,
like
I
he
know.
doesn't
In
win
episode
anything.
one,
It's
I
over.
know. In episode one, Abby, I know you said that they just need to win some silverware, but considering what they're signing, do you still think that
No. He has to win the silverware.
he has to win
They're-
the title,
Well,
right?
Well, not in one
There's two
season though.
things.
That's
What?
the thing.
What? This is his last
No,
season.
but like
It's
again,
over.
we already talked about this. We said the bar is just that low for him.
No, but do you
Yeah.
think that
He
bar
just for
is?
him to be there next season,
I'm sorry,
he
but
needs to win a trophy.
But considering the
You won't
signings,
be
the
here
signings
next
that they've made since the last time we
Right, but it
discussed
doesn't matter.
you still think
I
that
mean, I'm-
Carabao Cup is okay, or FA Cup?
For again,
That's just sad.
I think for the squad that they have to be a Champions League finals minimum, or semifinal. They'll make the semifinals. I think they made it last season, but they need to push the title to within a point where it's like it could have gone either way. If they don't win a title, at least I think they need to be able to be like within 2 points of the champions or be the champions themselves. But guys, I am terrified of this kid right here. I am
Who?
terrified of Eberechi Eze on that
Yeah, you
Arsenal
should.
team.
He's pretty scary.
I do not
We'll
want
see,
to
we'll
go to
see.
the Emirates and play against that front three. But again,
Honestly, it'll be a
Thomas
great.
Frank,
see, we'll
Thomas
see.
Frank, Thomas Frank is our best signing, so I'll put my hopes on him. But Arsenal,
Bro,
this
I'm
might
so
be the
excited
year.
for Arsenal versus Liverpool though. That's
This
gonna
might
be
be
a
the
great
year.
match
No, we're gonna. That's gonna be our fucking match of the week. Oh my god.
for sure. I'm so excited for that.
I
Yeah,
hope.
that game
I
is
hope.
always
I
good.
hope Liverpool win. I
No,
really
God, no.
want them
What?
to win. I mean, that's
No,
just
I
me.
hope they
That's
tie.
I'm a Spurs guy, right? So that's my thing. Like I'm sure for the rest of the league, a tie is the best case scenario. But for me, I need them to lose because I know as it's gonna start, man. Oh, we were this close. It's depressing. But Arsenal,
You gotta let it go, bro. You gotta
I'll
let it
give it
go.
to
It's
them.
in the
Yeah,
I'll
past.
give it to them.
like,
They're a big club. They're moving like a big club. Their recruitment staff is better. Their owners, the Cronkies, are so much better. Everything about them right now is much better than Spurs. Unfortunately, sadly, and that is the bitter pill that we Spurs fans have to take.
It's okay. It's a part of life.
55 million spent. We're the lowest spent. You know, you guys want to know a crazy stat? Wrexham have a better net spend than we did.
No, that's crazy. Are you
I'm
sure
not
about
kidding.
that?
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Go look it up.
Wrexham,
Wrexham have
the
a
newly
better.
promoted.
Wrexham have a higher net spend than we do.
Congratulations to Wrexham for showing Tottenham how to spend money. Let's go.
I know. But
you
how about
know,
you guys? Are you guys scared of this
Uh,
Arsenal super team that's clearly being built by Berta and Kroenke and Arteta?
I am pretty. If I would be pretty stupid not to be scared of that team, bro. Like I said, are you kidding me?
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
scared to face them, but I'm not
It's not
scared of
easy.
them winning the league.
We faced them and we had like a
Yeah.
crazy game performance, but that was our first week, and ever since then we've been quiet.
What
So,
do you guys think? What do you guys think the litmus test for this Arsenal team is?
if anything, I have to say
I
it would
mean,
be
it's
how
Newcastle and
stop.
City
How will you stop
and the Tottenham.
TK?
How
Who?
they do against those three
Oh, you're
games.
talking against Liverpool. No, I mean, like,
Liverpool.
do you guys think that there is a game out there, the litmus test, whether that's Real Madrid in the Champions League, whether that's City in the Premier League? What do you think the defining litmus test to be like, oh dang, yeah, they're gonna win. Like, there's nothing to stop them. I think it's a Liverpool game because I think if Liverpool beat Arsenal, then that's the free 3 points and all that stuff. But I think if Arsenal beat Liverpool convincingly, I don't know. I'm just gonna be depressed.
Well, based on Liverpool's recent exposed weakness in defense, I think Arsenal will have a very good chance. But again, Arsenal's defense is pretty solidified, but they haven't been really put to the test, in my opinion. They've been put to the test against Manchester United, but again,
You
we're
did
really
you did
confused.
play an Arsenal team that did not have those signings,
That is true. That's true.
right?
Good point.
I think if Eze is bearing down on you guys from the left and Saka on the right, and then in the 60th or 70th minute, Madueke replaces
Saka played.
Saka, and Martinelli replaces Eze, or Eze moves into the middle, and Martin Odegaard
Martinelli
gets.
also played.
Bro, you guys look at those subs. Their quality off the bench means that they can still maintain an elite level performance throughout the whole 90 minutes, which is the mark of a great club.
Now we're better, bro.
I mean, we'll see.
I
But
would
at
hope
the end of the
so.
day, Arsenal are always going to be Arsenal. They lack the consistency.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they suddenly find it this season.
And what about Gyökeres? 2 goals, 1 penalty, 1 goal
against
self-made
Leeds.
against Leeds. So I still think Arsenal fans need to just calm down a little bit because I still haven't seen anything from him where I'm like, okay, he's gonna be a
It's a
top tier
penalty.
striker.
It
I
was
will
good.
give
His
him
skill
this.
will be-
I will
he'll
say
be
this.
plus 2.
I will say this. I think that the first goal that he did, where he dribbled past 2 players and then near posted finish, class.
It was
Great
good
finish.
finish,
Great
yeah.
finish. Great movement.
That's
Very
cool.
very elite style goal. But the rest of the game, he did nothing. So, and a penalty that a 15-year-old Max Dowman won.
Excuse me? We're talking about penalties right now? Talking about penalties in front of me? Excuse me?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously, he scored a penalty. What do you want me to say?
I'm trying to say, like even 15-year-olds? Go ahead. Go ahead. What are you trying to say, huh? What are you trying to say?
Okay, this is what happens when you don't listen. I said
Yeah,
the
even
penalty.
15-year-old can score that penalty, right?
No, I said a
won
15-year-old
the
kid
penalty.
won the penalty for Arsenal, and he took it from him.
15-year-old kid won the penalty.
Max
Oh,
Dalman won the penalty for Arsenal, and Gyökeres took the penalty and blasted it. Sure, just I mean, the dude's a goal scorer apparently, right? So,
that's what he does.
but I think in the big games he will suffer. I think in the mid-level games he will suffer, and I think against the lower level he will bully them. I mean, let's be honest, that Leeds defense, if he was going up against Virgil van Dijk or like
We'll see. We'll find out this
Ruben
weekend.
Diaz, I think he's going to get schooled. But
We'll find out
I
this
think
weekend how he does against.
I think exactly. I
Virgil.
think once he goes to get up against Virgil, Konate is having I don't know where his head is at. I hope he screws it on properly for this game. But let's see how Gyökeres does, and I think Eze is going to be their talisman. I think he's going to be the missing piece in the jigsaw puzzle that's going to lead them to a title, and I'm so sad to even think about, but it's horrifying.
So you think it's Arsenal's year? I think you said it was Liverpool's year.
No, I think what I'm saying is, like Arsenal. Sorry, 1 second. I think Arsenal, if they have a chance to win, it's going to be this year. Has to be. Like 100%, it has to be. Because if they don't win it this year,
Netflix FC.
Do you think they win it?
I think that's what I'm saying. I think if it is going to be a year, it is this year. Their depth is too good, and the players in their starting 11 are finally up to the mark. That's what I think. But anyway, final segment, week 3 predictions, guys.
Finally.
All right, Chelsea Fulham. Jay, you're up first. Prediction?
I think it's because I'm telling you right now, because the universe was jinxed. Because I went first with my prediction, and that's what happened. And this time, I choose to go second. Okay, so my predictions will not be altered.
All right, okay? I was shaking.
That's right. That's right.
Who's Chelsea to?
Chelsea versus Fulham.
Chelsea, Fulham. It's Chelsea's home. Yes, sir.
It is Chelsea's home.
Chelsea's home.
I think 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea. I'm going with 4-0 Chelsea.
I'm supposed to be next.
Okay, fine. Go.
All right.
Go.
I have a newfound respect for Fulham, so I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
I respect you, Fulham. Okay. You earned my respect.
Okay.
Y'all earned it.
United Burnley. Abhishek, you're up.
Tread carefully, old friend.
Listen, I'm not gonna say 2-1 United. Okay, 2-1 United.
All right. Okay.
All right, you're up, Jay. Okay.
This is gonna be 3-1. Where it's gonna be a dismantling. All right. If I don't get 3 goals, y'all, I'm gonna tell you my address. You guys can pull up. Okay, you guys can pull up because it's gonna be destruction. Destruction is all I'm gonna say. Okay. Nothing short of that.
What was your prediction?
3-1.
3-1. Okay, I'm thinking 2-0 United. Sunderland, Brentford. Abhishek.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
Great game.
2-2. Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna say 1-1 here because I think Sunderland is a great team right now.
I think it's gonna be 2-1 to Sunderland because I think Brentford are suffering at the moment.
Kind of struggling.
Yeah, we're struggling pretty hard, and they don't have Wissa. So anyway, Tottenham, Bournemouth. Abhishek?
Yes.
I'm gonna say 3-2 Tottenham.
3-2.
Yeah.
Jay?
I say 3-1 Tottenham. Go Semenyo.
I'm gonna go with the 2-0 to Tottenham. I feel like our defense is very structured and disciplined, so hopefully 2-0. Wolves versus Everton. Abhishek.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Everton.
2-0 Everton. Jay?
I'm also gonna say 2-0 Everton and Jack Wilshere. Jack, my boy Jack. Sorry, Jack Wilshere came out of nowhere. Jesus Christ, Jack Grealish, my boy is gonna assist or score one of those goals. 100%.
I'm gonna go 1-1. Wolves to Everton. Leeds versus Newcastle. Abhishek?
Okay, well.
I'm gonna say 4-1 Newcastle.
Oh,
I'm gonna say 2-0 Newcastle.
I'm gonna go with 2-1 to Newcastle. All right. I would guess say solid game in Brighton versus City. Abhishek.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna say 3-2 City.
3-2 City. Jay?
I'm gonna have to say 3-0 City.
I will also go with 3-0 to City. I think Pep is going to be pissed off that they lost this week, and he's going to take it out on
Exactly.
Brighton. Nottingham versus West Ham. Abhishek.
Oh yes, good game.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Nottingham.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 3-0 Nottingham. Chris Wood hat trick, boys. Chris Wood hat trick.
I'm going to go with 2-0 Nottingham. Liverpool
Finally.
Arsenal game of the week.
Finally. Wait, we'll save it for the end. Wait.
All right, we'll save
for
it for the end. Okay. Villa versus Crystal Palace. Abhishek.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
2-2. Solid.
Mhm.
Jay.
I could not care even remotely about those 2-0. Whatever. Moving on.
I'm gonna go 1-1. I think it'll be a tie. All right, Pool versus Arsenal.
Let's go, baby. This is what we're here for.
Wait, why don't we save this for the pre-match or like
This match of the-
pre-week?
We'll
just
what?
put a prediction and see for the end of the episode. We'll do it again.
Yeah,
For the pre-match.
more.
Pre-match.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. This will be
say
our. We can make it our mystery prediction for the pre-match.
I have an hour. I can
Okay.
talk about this match. Literally an hour. Just
Yeah.
this match.
So
We'll come
for
back to
all those
this.
who are watching, we are going to have a match of the week special, a pre-match of the week predictions as well. So I think we'll save our predictions for Liverpool and Arsenal for that then. All right, guys, match week 3 predictions are in, except for Liverpool Arsenal. In a few days, we'll put out the video of the match of the week. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for Abhishek, Jay.
One more thing. We have one more thing. We have to do Premier League Team of the Week, guys. We didn't do that.
Oh, that's right. We have to do the team of the week. Okay.
How about you select one person selects the manager, one person selects the manager, sorry, the formation, and then one by one we put the players in. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna pull this up. You guys decide the formation in the meantime.
I think
Avi?
4-4-2 is always the
4-4-2.
safest.
That's a great one. I honestly have to give the Premier League manager of the week, and it's none other than Thomas Frank.
Of
Honestly.
course.
Honestly,
Anyone else
none other
can
than
deserve
Frank.
it.
It's not even a debate.
Yeah.
What, Rajiv? You think Ruben Amorim should win it? Is that what you said? He checked up.
I think the manager of the week has to be Thomas Frank.
Yeah, I think
Oh, so it's a close
there's no
tie
debate
between.
about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, so
All right,
there
let's
was-
move on before this guy gets dementia. So, he's already got the
Sorry
diarrhea.
for all those listening. Sometimes we fucking laugh too much because it's so funny. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, can we lock in?
All right. Yeah. Can I just say the
One
first
second.
Because I think there's.
We're all
not gonna
saying it
be much of
together.
an argument.
We're all gonna say we're gonna debate. We're gonna
Okay, no one
debate it.
because you're not going to debate this.
Okay, tell me.
It's João Pedro.
João Pedro for sure. Honestly, he's been.
All right. So manager is
absolutely
Thomas
good.
Frank. So
Yeah,
first striker, João Pedro.
João
Yeah,
Pedro.
I think no
Alright.
contest.
I think no contest.
No contest
I
at
agree.
all.
Second
No
striker,
contest.
I think has to be Ekatike.
Yeah.
Has to be.
TK,
Or
definitely
it could
in
be
there.
Gyökeres as well. 2 goals to his name, but I just don't think he
I
performed
mean,
as well as
considering the
Ekatike.
opposition, I'm going to say.
I think
Ekatike.
Ekatike, yes.
I would go with TK, but Gyökeres did have like great goals. I'm not gonna lie, but
But again, when you
Ekatike,
look at the
I think it was
opposition,
better,
I think
in my
Ekatike,
yeah, what TK does is by far better. All right, let's look at the midfield now. Yeah,
We'll look at the left winger.
the left winger is
or just say
4-4.
whatever player involved. What's that? Anyone playing winger or midfield.
Okay.
I think we have
Paulinho.
to put in.
Polina for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
Paulinho
yeah.
definitely has to be there.
100%.
I'm gonna throw out a name. Jack Grealish has to
Yes,
be there. I think.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I think
Not even
considering
Two
his
assists.
past 2 assists to
2
impact
assists.
right
Yes,
off
sir.
the bench, right off the rip. So Jack Grealish,
He's
Polina. What about our third midfielder?
I think Sar also. We have to get
Pepe
to-
Sar. I agree.
No, not Pepe Sar.
Ismail
Matt
Yassar.
Yassar.
Ismail
Crystal, yeah.
Ismail Yassar.
Yeah.
Ismail Yassar
Ismail
over
Yassar.
here. What about the other midfielder?
Now this is hard, guys. 'Cause this one is debatable. We have some crazy players. Do you guys know who Dango Torre is from Brentford?
Yes, but
He played pretty
he
well.
did great. He did great.
Then we also have Tavernier from Bournemouth. He also played really good.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think
give
we have to
the
give to Josh
spotlight.
Cullen.
Sorry, who? Josh
Josh-
Cullen? Yes, I was
Josh
gonna say Josh
Cullen.
Cullen
Yeah.
from Burnley.
Burnley.
Against Sunderland, he played very well.
I think yes,
Yeah,
Josh
that
Cullen.
really
It's a
good
tie between Cullen and Anthony because Jaden Anthony played really well for
No,
Burnley as well.
I think
in my
Cullen. I
opinion.
think I go with Cullen. Yeah.
You go Cullen. All right,
Mhm.
no worries. No worries.
All right. Left back.
Honestly,
I'll
I'm
just
not gonna
take Timber
debate
side.
Joshua Timber. Timber, I
Yes.
think
Timber,
Jurian Timber, 100%. I don't think
Yeah, he
anyone
did play
performed
very
better in that position, but he
He's
did.
great.
All right,
Yeah,
left
for
center
sure.
back.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they have to be like that. I think it's just like anyone in
Any
the
Any
defenders?
defender? Okay. Okay. Any defender.
Oh,
Probably Cucurella, I feel like.
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, I would say that.
Cucurella,
I think Marco
last
Correa had a strong
week,
impact.
yes, not this week.
No, I think he had a strong impact this week. I
had an
think
No, he did. He
He had an
assisted
assist.
for one of the goals.
it was yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, overall, he just had a
Estavo.
really good game.
Do you guys-
Estavo.
I think
he was
Estavo
great.
over Cullen maybe.
Estavo was great for Cullen. Estavo has been absolutely great.
I think
But what Cullen did for that match,
that's true. That's
specifically,
true.
was
Okay.
pretty crazy.
Let's do Cucurella.
But I love Estavo. Don't get me wrong. I think he's absolutely sensational. What he's doing in Chelsea.
All right, what about the next defender?
Lenny Yoro? What? Anyone say that? Lenny? Yo, who said that? Yo, who said that? No, but who said? Somebody, I swear,
I don't think anyone said that.
on City. Yo, somebody said. Are you sure we're not gonna revisit that? Okay, all right.
Oh, well, I think we have to. Let's rather know. What do you guys think?
Calafiori then maybe for Arsenal.
Really?
I thought he was okay.
He was okay.
But Arsenal having two defenders, it's like crazy. That's team of the week, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Van de Ven also been pretty impressive in my opinion for against City.
I think
to,
Romero did better than Van de
Romero?
Ven. I think.
No worries, no worries.
I would have to
also-
nominate Romero. I think that defensive performance is
I can't
strong.
put anyone from Liverpool.
Or maybe Garner even would also be
Garner,
from Everton.
Gardner
James
too.
Garner.
Yes.
His clean sheet and a goal. So
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
think we'll
amazing
give it to
for a left
Gardner
back.
there. And then the last defender, I think Romero. I think that's a good shout.
yeah, I think.
I think he controlled that defensive line super well. Besides that one gap that, well, to be honest, Romero wasn't there because Haaland broke through Palhinha and Van de Ven. But every time he went up against Romero was pretty good at nullifying him. And
I don't know,
This is
man. I
Haaland.
think Romero, Spence, and Van de Ven all were lethal. Every single one of them. Was
honestly,
absolutely
Spence-
Spence
Yeah,
was
and-
very good. Yes, but I think we have to get to
I
Romero.
can't say anything bad.
Captain
Yeah.
held the line. I mean, you kept a City team goalless at the Etihad. I think a Spurs defender has to be in
what
there.
won.
Yeah,
You
I
have
think
to,
Romero.
honestly.
All right, goalkeeper of the week.
It has to be Pickford.
Yeah, it has to be.
I was
Kept a
thinking
clean sheet
thinking
and
either
saved the penalty.
I was thinking Pickford or Raya. One of the
Yeah,
two.
Raya honestly
Pickford
close.
saved the penalty
Raya
as
for
well,
sure. I
so-
think honestly.
I mean,
has to be there.
let's be honest, guys. It was Trafford. I'm just
Pickford
kidding.
played good.
I think it's Pickford. I
No,
think it's Pickford.
Raya's,
I would say Pickford or Raya. I don't think you can go wrong with
It
either.
has to be Pickford.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, he made a
Pickford.
save,
He did make a save. Yes, very crazy save at that.
in a new stadium.
Oh my God, guys,
Everton Stadium will look
guys,
good.
how are we
looks
not talking
really
about
nice.
Ballard? Daniel Ballard for Sunderland. How is he not in contestant here? What he did, he scored a goal, kept a clean sheet. That's a crazy. Okay,
No, he didn't keep a
Daniel-
clean sheet.
Daniel
No.
Ballard against West Ham
Don't-
was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna.
What-
I
what-
can't.
What are you talking about?
confused. That was last
You're
week.
talking about week 1, bro. This week 2.
Oh, sorry.
It was Chelsea versus West Ham.
No,
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I think
Daniel
that
Ballard.
covers your team of the week.
Delirium coming back.
Sorry.
probably
I'm
under
living in
three.
peak with what I've been. So I'm still thinking we're playing against what team was that again?
Arsenal.
Fulham. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
My
yeah.
fault. Sorry.
But all right, that completes our team of the week. All right, thank you all for joining us for Red Card Banter
Thank you
TV.
guys so much.
We'll be back in a few days for our match of the week and our match
Unless
previews
I
for
don't
each of
score
our
3 goals
teams.
against United, I won't be here then. If you don't score 3 goals against United,
I'll be there for the relegation battle.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
All right, everyone, take care. Hope to see you guys soon. Please subscribe. Please like. We love you guys. Peace.
Thank you. Personal message to Frankie De Jong. Come over.
All right. Peace, everyone.